So hopefully we'll make it interesting enough so you don't take a nap, because I've gotten the best hour to speak in the whole event. So what is the Hotels Network? What is a travel tech company doing here? So the Hotels Network is an ecosystem of growth tools that power the direct relationship between the hotels and its guests. Basically, what we do is we try to serve hotels to engage better with their customers so that they can get a boost on their sales. We have over 15,000 hotels worldwide using our technology. Our data platform is distributed across the globe and in different cloud providers. We serve several million visits a day, and we process over 2 petabytes of data monthly. And I don't want to discuss if that's big, small, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you have bigger volumes of data. As smaller, it is what it is. So let's see how we do it. Joined the company in 2019. The company was quite smaller than what it is today. We were around 60 people. We are around 170 today. Our engineering product team was around 20 people. Our architecture was based on a monolith, and I'm not going to discuss if monoliths, microservices, it's better, it's worse. That's for another complete different talk. But we lacked a lot of processes and structure. There was 20 people doing everything. There was no structure, there was no methodology, but we had gotten so far to where we were. We had a lot of data issues. So we were collecting data correctly, but we were not processing it correctly. Our transformation processes took too long. In fact, there were days that data was not available for the last day. So I would get a lot of calls from my customers saying, where's my data? And if you pretend to be a data platform and you're not reliable with your data, what the fuck are you doing? And even worse, there was a talk this morning that I enjoyed about SLAs, SLOs, and so. If you have downtime, there's a downtime you can accept. Your customers, there's a downtime they can accept, and there's a downtime they cannot accept. So we were more in that area some days where the downtime was not acceptable. Where we are today after those 3 years, where we have been transforming a lot, how's that platform evolved to something that serves our product and business needs? And one of the things we keep repeating ourselves is, if we are a data platform, data has to be the core of everything, but not just from the data engineering, the data science team, has to be the core of every single part of the stack. From the agent we install on our websites till the last front-end application we build for our final customer. So my idea is to walk you through, since we start collecting data till we show the data to our customer, give you a little flavor of what's the technology we're using, and then what are the products we build with that data. Everything starts with our agent, an agent we installed in every single hotel website. I like to call it our Trojan horse, because what it does, it performs continuous monitoring of the user throughout the user journey across the hotel website. Hotels websites normally have like 2 phases, the marketing one and the booking engine. But what's interesting is how that user moves across all those pages, and what are the visual components we allow them to serve to make that interaction with the user transform into more reservations. At the end, what we need to help our hotels is to deliver more reservations, because the direct channel is the cheapest channel from them. If you talk about OTAs, the bookings of the world, they charge a large amount of money for every transaction. So the more transactions we help them do on the direct channel, the better return on investment they get. This agent was built on plain vanilla, but it's been moved to TypeScript, to a brand new monorepo managed by Lerna. We leverage Rollup for our code bundling and tree shaking, and then all the visual components we display are built on Vue.js. We have integrated around over 350 booking engines, and we keep doing every week. We integrate more and more booking engines, because that's what's going to make us win, that the hotelier does not need to do anything, so that they just need to install a line of code on their booking engine or in the full website, and they are ready to get our data and our tools. This is the full book. This is the full journey of our booking engine. And we can distinguish 3 different phases: the discovery, the bootstrap, and the monitoring. If we go into the discovery phase, the first thing that it does, it's the engine, it's loaded, it's installed. How do we do it? There's mainly 2 ways. Either it's hard-coded on the website, which we don't like, but we don't own the website, so it's up to the hotelier, or they can use any pixel tag manager to install our script. Once that script is there, our agent, they will get all the APIs that it needs by polyfilling. We even have our own fork to get our own. And then, lately, the agent needs to understand in which booking engine or in which hotel it's been loaded. It's very important because depending on which booking engine, it will have to load different bundles, which is what we do in the bootstrap phase. After knowing in which booking engine the agent has been installed, the backend will tell the booking engine, hey, this is the bundle you need to load, okay? And once he knows which is the bundle, he will hot swap the default engine with that bundle, and that instantiates a new agent. That one will load the monitoring code needed, because we have different implementations for every single booking engine that we have to monitor those interactions. Normally, the type of interactions we look are the same, but every booking engine has implemented them in different ways. So fortunately or unfortunately, fortunately because it's costly, so I wouldn't say it's more complicated, but it takes more time to copy things like the ones we do. It takes time to do all those integrations, but the more booking engines that we have, the more customers we can serve. It is also true that with top 10, 15 booking engines, we do 80% of the hotels, okay? But once you know which booking engine it is, the next thing is we need to know who you are, because it's super important to know who you are. We have our own fingerprinting service to try to understand who you are, not only in this hotel, but in other hotels you will come that belong to our network. Because that way, our targeting rules, our business rules can be applied to you much better than if we do not know who you are. Then we need to understand in which page you are, because our customer will pretend to do different things in different pages for different users. So now we know which booking engine, we know who you are, or we try to know who you are. Now we know in which page you are. So I'm ready to say, in this tool of this booking engine, of this hotel, for this customer, these are the tools I want to display. The most typical one that every single customer of us is using is the price widget, and I'll show you later. But mainly what it does, it compares the price that the hotel is showing you with the price for that room in different websites. And it's both things at the same time. It's a UI component, but it's also a state machine that will refresh constantly with every interaction you do, so that we always can tell you what's the price in the hotel and what could be the price of that same room in other places. And at the end, there's the monitoring. So we need to know and record every single thing that you're doing, and in every booking attempt, we will beacon that and send it to the platform and store it there, to the point that we want to track the conversion. So we want to understand that you enter in this point in the hotel's website, you moved along, and you ended or not doing that reservation. Once that process has finished, what we like to do is we like to enrich data. And why do we enrich data? Because unfortunately, a lot of the information we get from the hotel is not rich enough for the service we want to provide our customers. So what type of data we enrich? Room names, descriptions, prices, availability, discounts, anything we can get. At the end, we try to store as many data as possible to deliver the final product. And how we do that? So basically, we have built a concurrent pipeline to grab, process, and normalize data on top of an event-driven set of microsystems that are written in Go, and they use Kafka, in our case, we use Redpanda. We use more than 30 different sources to feed that pipeline, to go and enrich that data from. We do little more than 3.5 million requests per day of enrichment, and the live process of every enrichment is on average around 3.2 seconds. There are part of them that are real time, which are much shorter, because then we will be impacting the user journey, and there are others that are asynchronous, but the average of all of them is around 3.2 seconds. And if you have more detailed questions, row 3, that's my team, and they have very good details if you want very deep details on the technical side. Then our backend. Our backend is the one, like most of you, they have a lot of business logic, but it helps us move data across the different services. Time ago, we distinguished, and we made that kind of distinguish between the ones that were affecting real time, that were more on this enrichment data agent, so they needed to be super efficient, super performance, and they are written in Go. The rest of our backend platform is written in PHP, but the architecture is common based on event-driven design, domain-driven design, the same testing principles, the same streaming platform, so all the events go through the same pipelines and can be reused between them. And one of the things we offer our customers are APIs. We offer them visual interfaces, but a lot of them, especially the larger one, they have their own systems, so they want to have integrations with our data. Our platform runs in 2 different clouds, AWS and Google. Based on containers, we use Kubernetes, Terraform, Datadog, Argo CD, Circle CI, regular stuff a lot of you are using. Our data engineering team is the one to provide solutions to every single one in the company. Big users of MySQL, big users of Redis, S3. We have started lately to use DocumentDB, but let's say the start of this team is TinyBird. It's a ClickHouse service with a product on top of it, which we are leveraging to provide all the analytics we provide to our customers. So we have over 2 petabytes of data there. We have around 220 endpoints. Our latency is around 130, and our commitment between us and TinyBird is that our queries should always be below 140 milliseconds. And we thank them because they've been helping us a lot to get to where we are. Our streaming, we've tested many different Kafka solutions. We ended up going with Redpanda. The decision was taken a year ago. Maybe we had taken today, could have shifted, but I don't think so, because it had all the features that we needed. Some of them, others didn't. Pricing was cheaper than others, but there was a key differentiation. Performance was twice as good as any of the others we tested. We have our data science team, which basically provides us with machine learning and artificial intelligence solutions that we use for our customers. But how do we transform this into, sorry, my front-end guys are gonna kill me, but they are the ones responsible to showing what we do to our final customer. And what we do is how we transform this into product. Conversion and personalization. All the hotel's websites look the same for all of you. And they should know, no, because I have kids, so I look for one thing, you look for another, you look for another. So what we allow them is to provide a different experience to all of you. And by providing different experiences with different widgets and different components, they are capable to boost sales. On average, plus 30%, 30% more reservations than without us. BenchDirect, it's a benchmarking analytic platform that allows you to compare your hotels with the more than 15,000 hotels we have in the platform, and the longer it takes, the more data we have, so the better benchmarking you get. And it's not just the benchmarking, we give you the tips of the things you're not doing quite well, and we also tell you which ones are you doing very well that you should keep doing. So we give you actionable data on what to improve. And last, that's our AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning product, which has been complicated to sell, but now it's selling very well, which is We differentiate in milliseconds if a user is high or low intent in reservations. And depending on that, you can take different actions and campaign and marketing actions towards that user. If you know someone is going to do a reservation because he's a high level intent in reservation, you should do nothing. But if he's low, you know which is your margin and how much you can pressure that in order to get that reservation. And thank you very much. You have my contacts here, my email, Twitter, LinkedIn. Feel free to reach me or reach my team, and we will be more than happy to share with you more details. Thank you very much.
We have time for one question. You did it. All right, so got here is, why do you go with ClickHouse and Tiny Birds?
So when I told you we had data issues, we had data reliability, everything started on MySQL, and MySQL is great. We love MySQL, but MySQL for statistical calculations or real-time calculations at the volumes we were having is not good enough. So there was a blog post from Cloudflare, and we were doing tests with different solutions, Elastic, Redshift, ClickHouse. And when we read that post, which is public, about how they use ClickHouse for log analysis, we said, this looks very much like what we need. So we started playing with that. And then I'm very good friends with the founders of TinyBird, and I respect Javi a lot, and I gave him a call, and I didn't know exactly what they were doing, but I know he's a data freak, and I told Javi, look what I'm doing, and what I'm doing on top of ClickHouse. What do you think? He says, well, you know what? I have a company, I have just started a company that does ClickHouse as a service with a product layer on top of it. I said, okay, how do we interact with each other? And it's been almost 2 years with that. And we are super happy because we're capable of handling the volumes of data, the volumes of transformations, and we can serve directly that data from them. So it's been an amazing journey, and our MySQL cluster is decreasing, which is not good or bad, but it's decreasing more on the part that it was not helping us, it was slowing us down.
Okay, so you found benefits in that.
We have found a lot of benefits, and working with friends is always good.
I can't say I disagree. So everybody, this is Jordi Miró. You have his contact details here, and let's give him a warm round of applause.
Thank you.